Hello again. This video is brought to you by Pure Genius Solutions, a digital marketing agency. The focus for this video is Twitter for Beginners, and it is part 2 of the Twitter for Beginners tutorials. Now, if you remember, in part 1, we discussed how popular Twitter is and how it gets 326 million active users, and these people could ultimately be your customer base. We also discussed how to create an account and how to set up optional features. Part 2 of this video series was developed for entrepreneurs who recently joined Twitter, who may need help changing the appearance of their profile, or maybe you want to learn how to communicate online. Also, you may need help moving from one screen to the other. And if so, this video is for you. So let's begin. First, you want to go and log into Twitter or open your Twitter app. Once you're logged in, search, just look around the screen, and towards the top left hand corner, you'll see like a caricature image. It should be grayed out. We call this your avatar or your profile photo. And it'll stay gray until you upload a new photo. So I've included the following pictures to show you how your screen may appear. And the difference in how the screen appears really depends on if you're using a computer or a mobile device. So to upload a new image, what you're going to do is click on the avatar again, or your profile photo. Either term is perfect for what we're trying to do. And you're going to just click on that. And what it's going to do is open a full screen view of your Twitter profile, like the example on the screen. So what you'll do is on the right side of the page, you're going to press the Edit Profile button. And you want to pay close attention to the size of the image and the requirements here that Twitter has, just so it will look, it would all fit in the frame, so to speak. And so what I've done is I've included the size chart to demonstrate where certain images will display, and Twitter image size recommendations. So the smaller size square to the left is where your profile image will appear. As you can see, it says 200 by 200. So that's talking about pixels, 200 high by 200 wide. And below that is where your Twitter gallery will automatically be created. So it's about 6 little blocks you can see there underneath the profile image area. And it seems like these photos are collected from any tweet or post that you send, and that includes an image. So Twitter automatically will save that image in your gallery, so to speak. Now, the larger rectangular image is for your header photo. So it's on the top there. It's before you see the profile image. The large rectangular image at the top is the header image. And finally, the medium-sized rectangular image in the middle shows how your post will appear on Twitter, in your Twitter feed. We call that the feed area. So it's based on your page's activity, what you see there as far as in your Twitter feed. So it'll have your activity, your followers' activity, and the activity of people you chose to follow. So now you want to make sure the profile and header image, once you upload that from your computer or your mobile device, you want to make sure it's consistent with your brand or your company. And then you want to press save. After the page refreshes, you should see your profile photo and the header image. And I have the arrows point to those as you see on the screen. So if you're not satisfied on how the images are displayed, you always can repeat the process of pressing the Edit Profile button. You can drag the image up or down, left or right, until it displays properly as you would like within the frame. And you press save, again. And the page will refresh and show it how it will display on Twitter. Now, as a business, our goal on social media is to attract our desired audience. And so to do that, you want to complete your profile. So you should be back on your main screen. And what you're going to do is go to the Edit Profile button. And you're going to add more information to complete your Twitter profile. So you're going to need to put in the name field, you want to type your business name. And then you're going to continue by typing a company description into the bio text field. You're going to enter a location, and this is going to be like where you operate or where your service area might be. It's basically to identify your location. You can use your city, state, region, or country. If you have a website, you definitely want to add a website link. This will be a great resource for followers. So, if they want to learn more about your business, they can click on your website link. And lastly, for more brand personality, you can select a theme, a color. And to do so, what you would do is just click and choose from Twitter's theme colors. And you can also enter a birth date. Keep in mind that including a bio, a location, your website link, and choosing a theme color, they're all optional features for the personal pages, but these are highly recommended for your business account. So remember to press save and finalize your profile customization process. Voila! Your Twitter page should refresh and you should see your completed profile. If you need a break, this will be a great opportunity because we do have quite a bit more to talk about. Now that your profile is complete, we're going to talk more about your Twitter account and how to really find your way through the site. So this is a longer video, so feel free to pause the video, give yourself a break. Then after you feel recharged, come back, press the play button, and learn how to explore the interface of Twitter and communicate online using their terminology. Welcome back. To continue, let's take a closer look at the tabs across the top area of the Twitter page. You should see a Home tab, a Discover or Moments tab, a Notifications tab, a Messages tab, and you'll also notice a search box over to the right hand of the screen that has the word Search Twitter. You'll also see a photo that should be your profile image, your avatar, and you'll see a button or icon that says Tweet. So I want you to select the Home tab. All right, and so the Home tab has 3 columns. Over to the left, you'll see a smaller version of your profile. It tells you how many tweets you sent. It tells you how many people you are following, and it tells you how many people are following you. It also tells about the trends, things like subject matters that are trending throughout the internet. In the middle area is where you can post your tweet. You can also see tweets of people that you are following. And on the right hand side, you'll see recommendations from Twitter about who you should follow. Next, we'll move to the Discover or Moments tab. It always has a lightning bolt, and it just has like 2 columns. And it looks like with this one in particular, it shows that what's trending throughout Twitter, something about an island looks like. And on the right, you'll see like 2 articles that are very popular on the internet. So they're like hot topics now. So that this tab allows you to, without searching, kind of see what's already really a hot topic throughout the world. So moving along to the next tab, which is the notifications tab. So it looks like a bell. It's, pretty, cut and dry about what the notifications tab is. It's telling you the purpose of the notifications tab is to let you know what activity, like alert you of what activity is going on your account. So on the left side, this is a full screen view. Probably if you're on your mobile device, you probably only see the middle column. But again, I'll describe each column with this the computer interface. So the left side is the trends, the topics that are trending throughout the internet that Twitter thinks you would be interested in. The middle section has 2 tabs. It has an all tab and a mentions tab. And if you press all, it'll show all the tweets from both you and your followers and people you are following. And the mentions tab shows the people who have followed you, who have maybe liked or commented on one of your tweets. And on the right side, Twitter's still trying to tell you and recommend about who you may be interested in following. All right, so we'll move to the next tab, which is again straightforward. It's the Messages tab. It looks like an envelope, and if you click it, it'll open up. It'll say send a message, get a message, start a conversation. This is direct messages, also known as the DM, the acronym for direct message. So if you want to have a private conversation or with an organization or an individual, or they want to do vice versa, this is where it happens, all in the DM. So we'll go to the next tab. Over to the right side of the screen, there's a search box. And what you do, you can click inside that search box and type in maybe the name of something that you're interested in. So for this tutorial, I'm going to type in YouTube, and you see I don't have to even type in a whole word. There's tons of options for YouTube. In the check mark, you see the little, it's like a circle with the check mark in it that shows that these are official pages of the company or the individual or the brand. Those means they have been verified. But anywho, what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on YouTube from the drop down menu, and it'll pull up YouTube's Twitter account. And so you can see that they have a very large and captivating header image. They have their logo as their profile image or their avatar. And you can see they have 23,000 tweets. They have 71 million others following them. It shows their likes and much, much more. And so you see it's shown again in 3 columns because this is the computer view. If you're on your mobile device, you may just see the middle column. All right. So next we're going to move to the next icon, which is your profile image. And when you click it, you see a drop down menu. And so this is going further into your account, your Twitter account. And so the first option is your profile. So if you click there, that's where you do your editing and stuff like we already did. And there's other options. I won't go into those. Some of them are pretty straightforward. Some of them we talked about. Settings and privacy, you may want to take a look at that. That's where you can actually customize your settings, figure out what notifications, how often you want to get them, and where you want to get them. Do you want to get them via email, which is automatic with Twitter? Do you want to get them, what they call push notifications, would be on your computer or your mobile device, and then privacy settings. But after that, what you see is the Help Center. I do have that circled because you may want to explore the Help Center, Twitter's Help Center. Okay, and so with the Help Center, if you look at the top taskbar, we're on the Help Center page right now. Then there's a Help Center like common topics, and there's guides, and there's ways to actually contact Twitter. So this may be a great resource for you. I always want to provide as much value as possible. Most Twitter users don't know there is a Twitter Help Center. So this is where you would search for information and just get more savvy with Twitter. All right. So in order to go back to the Twitter interface, what you're going to do is click on your profile image in the top right hand corner. And it's going to be a drop down list, and it's going to have go to Twitter or sign out. We do not want to sign out. We want to explore more about Twitter. So click go to Twitter. Once you do so, you'll be taken back to the Twitter home screen. And I want you to navigate over to the top right hand corner. Right next to your profile image, there is should be a button, a blue button that says tweet, or you may see an icon, a Twitter icon that looks like a square with a feather coming out of it. Go ahead and click that. And once you do, you have this drop down, or this new pop-up, I should say, window that says compose a new tweet. So this is where the action starts for you. If you see over on the top right hand corner of this new pop-up box, you can put an emoji in your tweet. So you have hundreds of emojis. This starts with the smiley face emoji. If you click off of that, they're grayed out right now, but if you like move your cursor and your down the left hand panel of that, there's different options, different categories for your emojis. So you might want to explore that. And then coming back to the compose new tweet box, there's a large blank area that says type something here. So that's where you would click inside of there and kind of type what you want. Remember, this is Twitter. You have limited characters. I think it's like 140 characters or less. They may have changed that. But it's definitely still like a 200 or less. And that includes any symbols that you may put or numbers that you may put. And Twitter always lets you know if you're going over, it'll turn red and tell you, like in the bottom right hand corner, how many numbers or, letters that you are over, so to speak. All right, and so in the bottom, let's look at this. We're still in the compose new tweet box, but on the bottom of that box, bottom left hand corner, there's some like blue and white icons, right? Some little images again. And so we'll start from the left this time. Lower left hand corner, there's a box with like some mountains and a dot. That's for your images. So if you want to put an image in your tweet, you would click that, and you would upload an image from your computer or mobile device. All right. And then next to that icon is a GIF icon. And so what you could do with that, GIFs are like animated images. So they're like an emoji on steroids. So what you could do is, I'll show you more about that in a second, but it's really cool. So it's like a moving animated emoji. It's pretty sweet. And then the third icon is going to be for like if you want to create a poll or ask questions or do a survey for your followers, that's how you would do that. You would click it and you would create that. We'll look at that in more detail. And the final one on the left hand side is going to be if you want to identify a location where you're tweeting, you know, tell people where you are. If you're trying to drive traffic to that area or whatever, you may want to tell them, hey, this is in Nebraska. And if you go over more on the right hand side, I don't have any arrows on these two blue and white icons, but the plus, the circle with the plus in it, that's for to create an additional tweet. If you want to make more than one tweet at a time, that's possible. And then obviously the big blue button that says tweet, when you got everything how you want it, you would press that. So let's talk about the GIF in more detail. So I said GIFs are cool. So what you do to create one of them, you click the icon and it'll pop up a search box with a bunch of windows and words on top of them. What that means is each GIF represents like one term or a group of term or a saying, something like that. So like if you want to put in, like you want to say like you're winning on something, or let people know that, you know, you've excelled, you'll click on that and it'll show you some images, animated images of things that represent winning. Same as wink and yarn. And you can also type in words. It's like it'll show you an alphabetical order of terms, you know, that you can type in there. And GIFs are really pretty popular, and I think they're pretty cool. So go ahead and explore GIF. Let's see. So I typed in "you got this" because I believe in you and I know you're really ready to tweet and master Twitter. So if you see, I have an image on the right side of the screen, and it has "you got this." So when I put in "you got this," a whole new list of images came up, and I clicked the one with the little birdie at the bottom. All right. So once you click the little birdie, it'll show large in your compose tweet or compose new message box, and you'll also have an option to type some words in as well, in addition to your GIF. So you can type in some stuff and include the GIF, right? And so if that's all we have to say, what we'll do, we'll press the tweet button in the bottom right hand corner and it'll send out the tweet. And this would be how it look. It would send it out on the Twitter feed. So who's ever following you would get a notification that you sent out a tweet, and it would show up in their Twitter feed. Let's look, there's two areas where you kind of see my profile image. So the second one in the middle of the page, it has my profile image, it has the company name, it has the @ symbol, and it has Pure Genius US. So after the @ symbol, that's your Twitter handle. All right. So when you're telling people to follow you on that are already on Twitter, you would say you can find me at Pure Genius US, or, you know, just depending on, you know, your company name. So that's your Twitter handle. And there's a period, and then there's a number 2 and an M. That means 2 minutes ago is when this tweet was posted. Why that's important, I don't know, but that is information that Twitter does provide. I want to talk more about how to communicate on Twitter. Some responses after you publish a tweet, or if you think about it as a post. So let's navigate down underneath your Twitter tweet. You'll see a taskbar, and I have it circled there down below, and it has 4 icons. I want to look more deeper at what those are and give you more insight of how to use them. So you'll get 4 options of how to respond to a tweet. If we start from left to right, on the left, the little bubble, that would be how you reply. So if you wanted to reply, if you wanted to say, you know, make a comment, That's what that icon is for. That's how you, when you're replying, you're commenting on a tweet. The next one is retweet. So this is saying you want to share it, and it'll pop up and give you like 2 options for retweeting. You can retweet, you know, and quote the tweet, or you can retweet and actually type in what you want to say in addition to that particular tweet. The next one is like, and just showing love to the tweet, letting them know that, hey, you really like this tweet. The next one is Twitter activity. So if you click that, it'll pop up a new window and it'll kind of show you what how this tweet is doing. It'll give you information on maybe who else liked it or replied, you know, took action and are communicating and responding to that particular tweet. All right, so during this tutorial, we have talked a lot about Twitter. You know, as it is a fast-paced and dynamic social media platform, it does include a lot of terminology. And if you want to dive deeper into Twitter terminology, you can always use their glossary. And what I'm going to do is include a link in the description area below the video, and you can click that to explore more about Twitter terminology. Now here I've listed some of the most common Twitter terms. Things that you'll hear most commonly is tweet, retweet, Twitter feed, your Twitter handle, mentions, direct message, and hashtag. These are like some of the most popular terms people use when they're talking about things happening on Twitter. So when you're in the glossary, take a closer look at what those do mean. Now it's time to recap and see what you've learned. This has been a longer tutorial, but Twitter is very dynamic, so you are very versed now in how to use it. We talked about how to customize your profile, so you've done that. We talked about how to, you know, navigate around the site, how to move from one page or one tab to the next, and how to communicate on Twitter with others. And we talked a bunch about Twitter terminology, and you are going to do your own research if you want to learn more about Twitter terminology. So as always, I thank you for watching. I hope this has been very helpful for you. If it was too fast, feel free to go back and rewatch it. And if it has been helpful to you, please subscribe, like, share, or comment below. And thank you.